Hi everyone, my name is Inji Jin. I am the International Business Officer of UniSQ. At the moment, I am looking after mainly onshore international student recruitment, but in the absence of our Southeast Asia manager, I am temporarily looking after Southeast Asia and China as well. So today I'm gonna do a quick general introduction about the University of Southern Queensland. If you have any questions, like Paul mentioned earlier, you can ask me at the end of the session. So today's content, there will be 5 main content. One is the UniSQ's campuses and facility, and then why the student should choose UniSQ, and then support services available, as well as our admission requirements and the finally popular programs. So, if you look at this map, you can see the location of our 3 campuses and 2 research facilities. So Toowoomba campus is our main campus. And then following by that, there's Ipswich campus and Springfield, which I am based in at the moment. And then we have a Mount Kent Observatory, that's a space research facility. And then we have a Queensland College of Wine and Tourism. We teach Bachelor of Science, Wine Science there. It's located in Stansell. Next, as you may all aware, Brisbane has become the host city of 2032 Olympics and Paralympic Games. We are very excited about this news, and we are hoping use this world event to promote Brisbane and to promote Queensland, to attract more international students come to Queensland to study as well. So let's start with the Toowoomba region. Toowoomba is a multicultural and economic hub, and it has direct flight from and to Sydney. And it also has a grand shopping center. Even though it's a regional, but it has a really good infrastructure. They have a major shopping center. All the retail brand that you can see in the city, you'll be able to find it in Toowoomba. And Asian groceries and Asian restaurants. And the biggest industry in Toowoomba region is healthcare and social assistance. And especially for our nursing student in Toowoomba campus, they will have no trouble to find a job after the graduation. And distance-wise, it is 132 kilometers away from Brisbane CBD and takes about an hour and 40 minutes by driving to from Brisbane to UniSQ Toowoomba campus. So UniSQ Toowoomba campus is categorized as a category 3 regional, which means student will be eligible for 5 regional points when they chose to migrate to Australia, and as well as the extra 2 years on the 4A5 visa. So as Toowoomba campus is our main campus, we deliver the majority of our programs in Toowoomba, like nursing, medical laboratory science, agriculture, engineering, arts, Bachelor of Aviation. And we have an Airbus 320 at the simulators in Toowoomba campus for our Bachelor of Aviation student to use. And also we have a 3 on-campus residential college for students to use. So it is not many Australian university has on-campus living. We have 3 residential colleges can host 300 students at the same time. It is commingled with the domestic students. So the student who lives on campus, they have a really positive experience and high level of engagement, because the residential colleges have a various program for our students to participate, like leadership programs, event and excursion, social activities, social sports activities. And students also will improve their English as they commingle with the domestic students. The on-campus living has access to a common room, internet, telephone, laundry, and aircon facility, aircons in the rooms as well, and 24/7 security on site, and free inter-campus shuttle bus services. And the price is from $150 per week up to $300 per week. It depends on the options that students choose and the room type as well. You will be able to find this information on our website. Everything is very transparent. You will be able to see all the information on our website. And Springfield, it is a master planned city that 30% of the city is designated as green space and parks and water parks. So where UniSQ located is actually next to a really nice public water park, and as well as the big major shopping center called Orion Shopping Center. And again, the biggest industry in Springfield is healthcare related industry, like nursing home, aged care facility. And distance wise, it is 32 kilometers from Brisbane CBD and about 35 minutes drive. So Springfield campus is category 2 regional, which means 5 regional points and additional year in their 485 visa. So in Springfield campus, we also have a Boeing 737 flight simulator for our aviation students. And we have an engineering research facility, which just opened last year. I believe it's in October. And on our Springfield campus, we usually deliver our Bachelor of Education program, Bachelor of Nursing, Bachelor of Engineering and Aviation and Business, and few IT related programs. So our Springfield campus also has on-campus student accommodation, which run by Hive. It's a 3-story townhouse residential for our student to use. Price is about $170 per week, and it located on the campus, but in the middle of the campus and the major shopping center. So students will have a really convenient access to the retails and the entertainment, and as well as the public transport, because the Springfield Central train station is next to the shopping center. So that train station has direct train to Brisbane CBD, which only takes 40 minutes to get to Brisbane. And like I mentioned, walking distance to shopping center, and Springfield Lagoon is the public swimming pool next to the campus. And Ipswich. So Ipswich is the before Brisbane became the capital of the Queensland. Ipswich was actually a capital of the Queensland. So it has a lot of heritage building in the region, and also 2 hospitals in Ipswich region. And we deliver our Bachelor of Nursing and Allied Health program in our Ipswich campus. So students who will do industry placement will be in that area. And then again, the largest emerging industry in Ipswich is healthcare and social assistance. Distance-wise, it's about 45 kilometers away from Brisbane and 45 minutes drive. And it also has train from Brisbane City to Ipswich. It takes about an hour to get to Ipswich campus from Brisbane. Again, Ipswich is also category 2 regional, which means 5 regional points and additional year on their 485. And it's home to School of Health and Wellbeing, and we deliver our paramedicine and Bachelor of Nursing and Sports and Exercise Science in Ipswich. And lastly, it's our virtual campus. We delivered online courses way before pandemic. So majority, our 70% of our domestic students chose to study online. So we have over 100 degrees available to study online. So I know for maybe for China, offshore China market, for some students, they just want to gain a qualification, then they can complete their degree online without coming to Australia. So we are a regional university, but it's a comprehensive university. So in terms of teaching faculties, we have two main faculties: business, education, law and arts, and then health, engineering, and science. So we have the School of Business and Creative Arts, Humanity and Communication, Law and Justice, and Education. In terms of science, we have engineering and surveying, health and well-being, mechanical and electrical engineering, nursing and midwifery, and science, psychology, and counseling. So why UniSQ? Even though we are a small regional university, we are performing quite well in terms compared to our size. So we are #1 university in Australia for graduate starting salary, ranked 300 and 350 in the World University Rankings 2023. It is equivalent to our RMIT's ranking. And we ranked 86 for young universities worldwide and QS 5-star rated university. So in terms of our student population, we have over 27,000 students from and around the world, and over 1,000 international students. So comparing to those big universities like Griffiths or QUT in Queensland, our international student population is quite small, which means we have a lot of resources available for our international students. On top of that, because out of 27,000 students, 70% of the domestic students chose to study online. So our on-campus class size is relatively small. Sometimes the class size is around 15 to 20. So student will have the really high level of engagement with the professors. And often what I heard from our international student is that it's really easy to communicate with the professor, no need to make an appointment or anything. Communication is very instant, and the level of engagement it's very good. We have some of the international students transferred from other universities. They completed their undergrad from one university in Australia and doing a postgrad with us, but the feedback that I get is that the level of engagement and the attention from the professors are very good. So please keep that in mind. So research strength. So our research strength is mainly lying in the agriculture and engineering field. So if you have any Master of Research or even PhD students who wants to do research course in this area, it is also we have a great strength on this area. And scholarship. So this year, for 2023 intakes, we offer 20% international student support scholarship. The criteria is enrolled in on-campus, external or online mode, and be commencing student in 2023, and receive an offer to study for semester 1, 2, or 3 in 2023. And there's no GPA requirements. Students just need to maintain the passing grade. And there's also no need to apply for this scholarship. It will be automatically applied if the student get accepted. at UniSQ. Support service is quite standard compared to other university. So iConnect is pretty much like a student service for university. If students have any questions, they can go to iConnect. The staff will redirect them to a relevant department. And then we have a student relationship officer, study support, career development, and etc. And academic support, it is also very standard. We have a subject support, English support, peer learning groups, and assignment guidelines and help, and exam preparation support, and etc. Admissions. So we have our in-house system to lodge the application. And also in terms of the documentations, it is the documents needs to be certified by the agents, and also for the standard documents list is passport, academic transcript, resume if it's applicable, and current visa if the student is onshore. So standard turnaround time would be 2 to 4 weeks. But if there is a credit exemption involved, it can take up to 8 weeks, because the admission team will send the credit exemption to faculty to approval. So it can take a bit longer than the standard turnaround time. But if there is any urgent application need immediate attention, please feel free to let me know. I will bring those urgent cases to our admission team. And after student obtain the offer or the conditional offer, we will send a link for the payment. So please wait till you receive those link to make the payment. And then after you pay the payment, you will be able to obtain the COE. And English categories. So it is also pre-standard. For the bachelor degree, English entry requirement is generally 6.0, with few exceptions like Bachelor of Nursing and Bachelor of Paramedicine. And for master's degree is 6.5. For nursing is 7.0. And for some of the allied health related courses, it's also 7.0. I will talk about English entry requirements when we go into each programs. Our popular programs. So Bachelor of Nursing is the most popular program in our university, and it is also have a limited space for our students due to limited availability for the facility and the industry placement. So at the moment, the annual tuition is 32,000, but after apply 20% scholarship, the annual tuition comes down to 25,600 a year, which is quite affordable considering it's a public university. And the Bachelor of Nursing courses is delivered in Toowoomba and Ipswich campus. Duration is 3 years. And IELTS requirement is 7.0. Intake is in February and July. So IELTS requirement is pretty standard no matter where you go in Australia, because the nursing English entry requirement is actually governed by ANMAC, which is a nursing regulatory body. But we do offer packaged COE, English plus Bachelor of Nursing. So the student can apply student visa in one go. However, after they completed their English course, they still need to submit the official English test. Either it's IELTS or PTE, but they can, if they are confident enough with their English, then they can apply for packaged program and apply for student visa in one go. So 50% of the program is dedicated to practical placement, that is including industry placement as well as the lab practical classes. And it is also accredited by the Nursing and Midwifery Board of Australia. And students who completed Bachelor of Nursing can have a pathway to midwifery or mental health programs. Bachelor of Medical Laboratory Science. It is also an occupation that on the MLTSOL list, which means if the student obtained positive skill assessment, then they will have a pathway to migrate to Australia. So the annual fee is 34,800, but after the 20% scholarship, it comes down to 27,840 per year. It is only delivered in Toowoomba campus. Duration is 3 years. Entry IELTS requirement is 6.5 with no band less than 6. Intake is February and July. The biggest selling point for this course would be it's 3 years, even though it's compared to other universities. I know QUT and Griffiths have a similar program, but the duration is 4 years. So shorter duration is our selling point for this particular course. And it is also accredited with the Australian Institute of Medical and Clinical Scientists, which is the skill assessing body for this particular program. Bachelor of Aviation. So as I mentioned earlier, we do have 2 flight simulators on campus. It is only one only university in Queensland who has 2 flight simulators. The annual fee is 26,880, and after 20% scholarship, that comes down to $21,504. And it is delivered in Toowoomba and Springfield Campus. 3 years of duration, IELTS 6 entry requirement, but the intake is only on February. So Bachelor of Aviation has 2 majors. One is aviation management, the other one is flight operation. So aviation management is more close to business. So students who graduate from aviation management will be working in the airport as a ground staff or airlines. But students who graduated from flight operation, it is the program to train the professional pilot. So if the student chose to do flight operations, then they will start for the first 2 years, they will study with UniSQ in theory and in flight simulators. And the 3rd year, they will going into a flight training school to do 1 year flight training to obtain a commercial pilot license. So it is accredited by Australian Civil Aviation Safety Authority. And we also have a Connect program with Quintus Group, Future Pilot Program. So top performing students will have opportunity to sign up for Quintus Future Pilot Program. Bachelor of Aviation, Bachelor of Education. The reason that I put it in here it is because the early childhood teacher is in high demand in Australia, and because of the annual tuition fee is very affordable. after 20% scholarship, it comes down to $21,056. It is delivered in Toowoomba and Springfield Campus, 4 years of duration, and IELTS requirement is 7.5. No band less than 7 in writing and reading, and no band less than 8 in speaking and listening. Intake is in February and July. So after this, if the student completed this course, they can be eligible for teacher registration in Queensland, and study options. There's early childhood education, primary education, and secondary education. And we do have over 800 placement partners across the nation and even in overseas. Graduate Diploma of Early Childhood Education and Care. It is more for onshore students and onshore agents. I know for certain market, for example, like China or Taiwan, there are demand for these courses. So I just wanted to put this information out there. I'm just gonna briefly mention it. The tuition fee is very affordable. It is a 1-year course. Tuition fee is $18,048, and it is only delivered online, which means the onshore student with 485 visa can apply for these courses. And intake is 3, February, July, and November. And it is also accredited course for the skill assessment purpose. So next course program will be Master of Engineering and Science. Our Master of Engineering is 2-year program, but it is EA accredited. So the annual tuition after 20% scholarship comes down to $28,160 per year, and it is only delivered in Toowoomba. And IELTS requirement is 6.0, and intake, we have 3 intakes for Master of Engineering Science, February, July, and November. In terms of specialization, we have 4 different specializations. However, students have to have a Bachelor in Engineering to apply for this Master of Engineering Science. So engineering is traditionally a strong field for UniSQ, and we are ranked in #1 in Australia for graduate starting salary in engineering. And like I mentioned, it is EA accredited, and it is also, the program also has 60 days of industry experience program for students. I believe this is so information technology. It is also one of the popular program for at UniSQ. Mainly it's because IT is also migration occupation. So the tuition fee wise, it's $23,744 after 20% scholarship, and it's delivered in Toowoomba and Springfield Campus. The biggest selling point for this course will be, even though it is a master level, the IELTS entry requirement is only 6.0, no band less than 5.5. And it does not require student have any relevant background. So as long as the student has the bachelor qualification, regardless it's from science or arts or humanity, they can enter master program at UniSQ. So intake is February, July, and November. There are 4 master programs: Master of Cybersecurity and Information Systems, Master of Data Science, and Master of Information Technology. So please keep in mind that Master of Cybersecurity is not accredited yet. It is under process, but the rest of the three, from information system to information technology, it is all accredited by ACS. And especially for Master of Data Science, it has November intake as well. So Master of Data Science is more of AI, machine learning courses. And it is also globally recognized by Seoul Accord. Lastly, it is our new program for 2023. It's our Master of Business. In terms of tuition, up to 20% scholarship, it comes down to 21,504 per year, and it's delivered in Toowoomba and Springfield Campus. Previously, our Master of Business courses is only 1.5 years, so students weren't eligible for 45 visa. But from 2023, we restructured the program, so the program became 2 years, and the entry requirement is 6.5 IELTS, and intake is March and July. And specialization is digital marketing, human resource and leadership, organizational project management, finance, information systems, and managing cybersecurity. So in terms of academic entry requirement, students can either have a bachelor degree related in business to enter this program, or if they don't have a bachelor degree, they can enter this program with the professional work experience. With somewhere 2 to 3 years of experience as a supervisor or team leader or senior manager. Finally, it's our English language program. So except the Bachelor of Nursing, students need to submit official test result. All other programs, student can package with English and the main program. But please bear in mind that we do not encourage students to package English more than 20 weeks because we consider that as a visa risk. So if the student wants to enter bachelor program, which is 6.0 entry requirement, then student at least needs to have IELTS 5.0 to package 20 with entry. Sorry. If they want to entry 6.0 program, then they can package, if they have IELTS 5.5, they can package 10 weeks of EAP2 with their bachelor. If they have a 5.0, they can package 20 weeks with the bachelor. But we do not encourage students to package more than 20 weeks. Lastly, it's our, I have more slides, not lastly. So we have a global education programs as well. So we do study tours to program, which is managed by our different division in our international office. So we do customized study tour programs. So if you have any inquiries, feel free to send it to me and I will direct to relevant colleague, and study abroad programs as well. So I have summarized our key selling point here. The first is the regional campuses that are close to CBD. So for example, our Springfield campus is only 40 minutes train ride from city to the campus. So which is very convenient for the students, and they can get regional points and extra year on their 4A5, but also will be able to enjoy city life and convenient access to the city, and small class size and wide range of support services. Like I mentioned, majority of our domestic students study online. So for the international student who study on campus, they will have more resources to utilize on campus. They will have more attention from professors due to small class size. So our students' study experience with UniSQ is very positive. And lastly, affordable fees. Even though we are a public university, a comprehensive public university, but our tuition fee is very affordable after 20% scholarship. And I did a comparison on Bachelor of Nursing and Master of Information Technologies with QET and Griffiths. So you can see the differences in fees here. And I know other universities offer scholarships as well, but there might be a string attached that student needs to maintain certain GPAs, but with UniSQ, they just need to pass. That is all for my end. Any questions?
Thank you, Yinji, for that. So I think we can open the floor now for questions. You can put them in the Q&A or the chat box here on Zoom. So Yinji, since you've started, what from onshore, what has been the most popular course so far?
Bachelor of Nursing, definitely.
Yeah.
And IT related courses as well.
And with the nursing, is there a quota at the moment
Yes.
for next year? And for next year, SEM 1 intake, are there still positions available?
Yes, there are still positions available for our nursing program.
Yep.
Student can still lodge the application.
Yeah, well, that's great. Fantastic. But only semester 1, right? Not semester 2.
No, students still can lodge the application for semester 2 as well.
As well. Okay, great. Fantastic. Right. Okay, start to see some questions come in here.
Okay.
Is there any minimum age for the Bachelor of Aviation degree?
There are no minimum age, but as long as for Bachelor of Nursing, especially if the student wishing to take on flight operation, they need to pass the house examination.
Yeah.
Or if they are confident with their physical ability, and there's no minimum age requirement for the courses.
So it's possible if we have a student offshore that's finished high school, but still 17 years old before they go to Australia. And when they'll be in Australia, they'll still possibly be 17. So that's still possible to apply for aviation?
Yes, as far as I know, there's no age limits, but 17, I'll clarify that with the admission team. I don't think it's a problem to admit to this program, but if the student is minor, they might need to stay with the homestay.
Yes, yeah. So CAAW they'll need and have to stay with some family or homestay. Yeah. Okay, that's great.
Yes, but I will double check with the admission team on that.
Okay, that's good. Yeah.
And
thank you, Mr. Irawanto, for that question. We'll clarify those details. How about you've touched. You might not have the country-specific information for GTE, but perhaps you could talk a little bit about offshore. I know you're onshore as well, but onshore is still GTE. But maybe you could touch on a little bit of that. What are your main expectations for the GTE?
Logical progression will be the main assessing point. We do get offshore students with the really good profiles, just graduated from high school with the really good academics. But when they arrive at GTE, they did not explain themselves really clearly. Then they can get into negative decision. So please ensure that the GTE is logical and makes sense, and clearly explain the student intention as well.
Yeah. Anything else in terms of gaps from your side as well? Would you have like a maximum 2-year gap between high school and applying for bachelor, for example?
I mean, we don't have set rules that with certain gaps you can't apply certain courses, as long as you address the gap properly and it makes sense.
Sure.
The progression makes sense. That's what we are looking for here.
That's good. Yeah, if there's any doubts or questions, it's good to address them in the GTE.
Yes,
because they will be picked up, so the student will have to answer for that.
Yes, I would like to share a case with you. Just happened recently. The student from offshore Philippines with a really good profile, just graduated from high school, great academic record, and applied for bachelor level courses with us, but the result was denied. The reason for the denial was based on the GTE. The student expressed the intention to stay in Australia, which is a really rookie mistake for the agent. They should have checked that. So we received that GTE. There's no way we can overturn the decision. So
that's right.
The GTE is strictly followed by the DHA requirement and do not express any intention to stay in Australia.
There's another question about yesterday. There was the 20% scholarship, is it for the whole duration of study or just for year 2023?
That's for the whole duration of study.
Yeah, but that offer is only for 2023 admission.
Yes,
that could change for 2024.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here. Let's see, any more questions? Can I get your email address? 1 second. Do you accept a credit transfer program for bachelor degree? From, let's say, like a bachelor degree from Southeast Asia, Indonesia. They've done 1 or 2 years in Indonesia and they want to transfer to USQ. You can look at those credit transfers on a case by case, right?
Yes, certainly. But for the specific program, like for example, nursing, I don't think that is possible. Yeah.
More likely for business, IT.
That's possible.
Okay.
Then provide the transcript and the syllabus, course outlines. Then it will be.
That's good. That's good. Okay. So besides nursing, how about there's physiotherapy or psychology? Are those how are those sort of courses at USQ?
We don't have a physiotherapy.
No physio, right?
Yeah, in USQ. But we do have a Bachelor of Sports and Exercise. We the student will be trained as a physio,
Physiotherapist.
it's not a physiotherapist, but something lower than the physiotherapist.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
The name straight away, but yes.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Understood. Understood.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Physio,
I think.
physio exercise something. Sorry.
Right. No, that's all right. Yeah, so that course, the Bachelor of Sports and Exercise Science, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one to think about as well.
Mm-hmm. And for psychology, I'm not sure. With the house related course, it is usually has the regulatory body sometimes affects the university admissions. So for allied house and house related course, I need to clarify that with the admission.
Right.
So
Right. Understood.
I will look further into it and then get back to you.
Great. Thank you. All right. If there's any more questions from anyone here today, thank you again for your active participation. And I hope you got a lot out of this webinar with USQ. Really fantastic university. And as you can see, some of the comparisons there, very affordable compared to other universities in Queensland and especially Southeast Queensland. So, a lot of you do ask about the fees, of course. So I would put USQ as right up the top there for quality to price ratio. It's absolutely fantastic and unparalleled, I think, in Australia. And of course, a great depth in terms of courses as well. As you could see, all of the courses mentioned today, a lot of good choices for students and all very relevant in this modern day and age as well. I don't see any more questions, so I think we can officially end this webinar now. Thank you again, everyone, for participating, and thank you, Yinji, for your presentation as well. Very thankful for that, and I'm sure everyone today got great benefit from it. So from my side, if there are any more questions, I will let you know. And if anyone else has any more questions they couldn't think of, just let myself know or your regional marketing manager nearby you. And of course, we are an official partner of USQ, so we will help you with all of the applications to USQ. So please do get in touch with us about that if you do have a student that's ready to apply. All right, that will be all, and I will see you at the next webinar shortly. Thank you, Yinji, and have a good day.
Thanks. You too. Thanks for organizing it. See you, everyone.
Okay, see you. Bye-bye.